Earlier this year, a family channel called OKBaby came to an end. When parents of the channel, Oscar and Kyra, ended their relationship and announced it in January. The two of them were together for 7 years and share 4 kids together. They have been vlogging their family life for years now. People felt super connected to them, and so they were very hurt to see this happen. Kyra ended up facing a lot of backlash from viewers as she was the one who broke up with Oscar. Both of them in the breakup video said that they did wrong things in their relationship and that this was best for them and their kids. However, something turned viewers' attention from the sad news. Kyra seemed to have an upbeat attitude about the breakup in this video, much more so than Oscar. She was also talking about him being with other people and trying to give him advice on how to do that, which seemed a bit insensitive given his reaction.
To know in that situation from a content point of view what to do, and so we made the decision just to kind of not do anything.
Actually, I tried a lot to vlog, but it was just we were going through a lot of emotions and a lot of sad, at least I was going through a lot of sad emotions, so yeah, and we're here, so I finally accepted it, which is why I'm actually even able to laugh about it. So yeah, Kyra broke up with me. So
Does it make you feel better to say it like that? Do you feel better because it's not you?
Yeah, because I tried my ass off to make it work in the end, and
but that's the thing, guys.
Yeah.
If you're listening, in the end doesn't always work anymore.
Yeah.
Talking about like sleeping with girls and how is he gonna do that, and I was trying to give him advice on like how to sleep with girls. Like Oscar and I haven't.
When they talked about the reasons why their relationship was coming to an end, the couple mentioned something that happened.
And nothing happened that's like crazy and dramatic. Nobody like cheated. Nobody like.
Feelings were hurt though. You did some things that hurt my feelings.
But can you please clarify that I wasn't cheating?
Yeah, you weren't cheating.
People will dig into
You did a lot of things that bothered me. I wouldn't consider them full-blown cheating, but it was definitely lines
Oscar,
that
I'm
we
not
shouldn't have
keeping
crossed.
that.
Alright, fine, but... Oh my god, I love it. The fact that you think after everything you put me through, I would be like...
Me put you through? I've done nothing. Like besides some attitude here and there. And comforting another guy because he was sad.
Oh, there it is.
I didn't even do anything.
I know.
This is comforting to Oscar.
Oh, shut the... But guys, that was early on. Don't even get me started.
But one time, Oscar was talking to Hannah, and they were helping each other through emotional things. So is that weird?
Considering where things were going.
In this clip, Oscar talks about being hurt during the relationship because Kyra was getting a bit too close to another guy. To which Kyra responds that she wasn't and that she was just comforting that guy because he was going through tough times. Around that time, one of Kyra's best friends was going through some tough times herself. Hannah Hawker, Kyra's friend who she had a podcast with called Beneath the Sheets, was going through an annulment/divorce with her husband. A quick look at their podcast feed shows that they haven't released a new episode since March 23rd. That date is important and we're going to get into why later on, but all 4 of them, Preston, Oscar, Kyra, and Hannah, knew each other and were at least friendly with each other. They also at one point did a podcast, all 4 of them together, and it seemed very cute and very wholesome. But then a picture was posted of Kyra and another man together on a trip to Vegas in April. People started to suspect cheating after seeing a photo going around of Kyra with another man shortly after she and Oscar broke up. Except this guy wasn't some random guy. He was actually her friend Hannah's husband. And people were freaking out at the thought that she would be with her friend's man because the man in the photo is Preston. As you can see, that's the picture of them in Vegas. It is kind of a coupley photo. Hannah and Preston filed for divorce in April 22nd, and their annulment wasn't made official until June. Again, a very important date. Then some screenshots were released of someone having a conversation with Preston and Kyra talking about having a threesome with this person. So I'm just gonna give you a second to read this thoroughly. This arrangement makes it seem that Kyra and Preston were not exactly only friends on that trip. So even if Kyra and Preston were not in a relationship or dating, the fact that they were willing to do that when Hannah is supposed to be Kyra's best friend, even if there wasn't any overlaps with their relationship and there wasn't any cheating, This is still majorly messed up. And it's easy to see why fans were so upset. Because you don't get together with the person your best friend just broke up with. That's a pretty basic rule in friendship. People were asking Kyra to come out and address it. And at the time she did make a statement about it that she posted on her Instagram story that nothing had happened and that she never cheated on Oscar. That she just left because she was unhappy. But then people started to notice that Preston and Kyra are actually in a relationship. And then as more proof came out, it seemed pretty obvious that this is the situation. Kyra finally responded on her Insta story. We all have these days, but damn, it's coming down heavy today. Let's make this clear. Drama channels ready? I did not cheat on Oscar. We had a ton of problems behind the scenes and had a few times prior to this that we almost broke up, which also includes him leaving me. Preston did not leave Hannah for me. I'm still friends with Winter. I should have been a better friend to Karen, but unfortunately wasn't the best at communication or understanding the value of friendships at the time. Alicia and I grew apart. Hannah and I are no longer friends, although I truly love her and think that she's one of the best people to ever walk this planet. I think this post possibly made the situation worse for Kyra because people then started to wonder if she genuinely thought that her friend is the best person to ever walk this planet. Why would Kyra do that? Kyra thinks that she's an amazing friend, but she will still be with her ex-husband right after the relationship. Doesn't matter how bad the relationship was. That's one way to look out for your friend. If anything, Kyra admitting that her friend Hannah is such a good person only makes it worse. My breakup video is a very hard video for me because I was trying to cover all the emotions I was feeling by not feeling, and by doing so it was appearing heartless and truthfully just overall horrible, which I do 100% believe is not an accurate representation of my character. And I'm sorry for those of you that it hurt. I am dating Preston and we have been seeing each other since March of this year. Sometimes friends that are there for you in tough situation turn into more. Now, this is really interesting. Let's break this down, shall we? She's saying that Preston and her have been dating since March. And she says when someone is there for you in a difficult situation, it can turn into more. That's kinda exactly what Oscar said. He made the argument that the whole comforting thing crossed the line and hurt his feelings. He said that there was someone that Kyra was getting too close to because they were comforting each other, but Kyra insisted that there was nothing to worry about. She was also saying that they were dating since March of this year, which is also very telling because Hannah's annulment/divorce from Preston didn't actually get filed until April and didn't actually get confirmed until June. And also, if you recall, the last podcast episode that Hannah and Kyra did together was March 23rd, which doesn't leave many more days to March. Hannah couldn't have known then about Kyra and Preston, or she wouldn't have recorded the podcast episode with Kyra, meaning that she was unaware of what was happening. So according to Kyra, somewhere between March 23rd and April 1st, Preston and Kyra became a couple, which leaves about a week where Kyra went from being best friends with Hannah to being together with her husband. I will not share details of my dating life currently online because although I owe you guys explanations, my content is about my kids and Oscar and I. Being vulnerable online is not what it used to be, and sharing my dating and mental health is not something I feel the safest doing at this point in my life. Not to say I never will, but just speaking in this present. I'm sorry for those I hurt. Truthfully, I've grown and learned a lot as any 25-26-year-old would. I don't regret most of my choices, but there are some I wish I handled better online. Thank you for those who have supported. It really doesn't go unnoticed. It just sometimes really hurts to see the wrong and the mean, and it comes off louder. Now, can we please move on? It's been a year and I think everyone's hearts involved are very much ready. So she doesn't regret anything but just the way that she handled things online, which she's sort of right about that. She probably doesn't handle things the best online because this whole Insta story makes her look so much worse, and it definitely is attracting more negative attention. People said that this last bit is very insensitive too because she's sort of telling people when it's time to move on. Hannah too, because she became together with Preston after 1 month of them being broken up. Oscar very recently responded to this in a live stream on Instagram and talked a little bit about his thoughts and feeling about the situation.
I feel like honestly the internet really did a number on Kyra this year, and to the point where I feel guilty. I I might have told you guys this before, but I don't even know. Like, there's been a few times where I want to make a video and be like, hey guys, let's cut this stuff. Like, let's cut the hate out. Let's stop it. It's gone too far. Like, she's still the mother of my children. I respect her, and like, I get it why you guys are upset, and I love you guys, and I appreciate that so many people support me to that extent. But at the same time, like, it really affects her, and yeah, I don't know. Like, I just felt bad.
So Oscar talks about feeling bad about the comments that Kyra is getting and says that he is pretty much over it.
Does Kyra have a boyfriend? I don't know. I don't know if it's official. Turn that off, dude. Turn that off right now. I'm too drunk. Get off of there, Karen. Karen, turn that shit.
I'll do it.
Great, you've been on Instagram. Alright, guys. Love you. You guys are all great. But
He let it slip that he thought their relationship between Kyra and Preston started before his and Kyra relationship was over, but he also seemed to be drunk on that one point, and he hasn't given an official response on that. It more just looks like he wants people to move on, and he feels sorry for Kyra, and he doesn't want people to shame her and send hate her way. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about this down below. I would love to know your opinion, and yeah, bye guys.